Hi family, welcome to a new video on your YouTube channel. This is Yanal sending you love and peace wherever you are on earth. Let's talk about my favorite topic, self-confidence. I started with a video yesterday on this topic and I talked about the story and how we change the story we tell ourselves from a negative story to a more empowering, positive story. And today, I want to actually talk about the relationship between self confidence and courage. How did I get this inspiration or this idea? Why am I talking about this? Yesterday, we were on a meeting that lasted 3 hours with the legend Dean Graziosi. He's an American multimillionaire. He's been inspiring people for decades now, and we've been live with him. And he talked about self confidence and he said, courage comes before self confidence. Courage should come before self confidence. What does that mean? Let me explain that. It's simple. Now, say you want to climb a mountain and you are afraid because you've never done this before. And you're hesitant, you don't know if you can do it or not, but you know for sure that you are afraid. And you do it anyway. Maybe you have your friends encouraging you, and you start climbing, and the more you climb, the less scary you become, and you get to a point where you lose fear. Maybe you reach the top, maybe not, but what happened here is you did something even though you know you are afraid. That's the definition of courage. So courage is not just being brave and doing things when everything is perfect. Courage is doing something even if you are afraid of doing it. Once you do this, once you climb that mountain, you lose fear from climbing mountains for the rest of your life. Another example, speaking in public, speaking on stage. Say you are going to speak on stage in front of 100 people for the first time in your life and you are shaking. Now, you go on stage, you give it a go, and you speak in front of those 100 people, even if you were shaking. Regardless of the result, you gain courage to do something you've been afraid of. Now you lost fear. There are some, exceptions. People might laugh at you the first time. People might give you a weird, strange look. But at least you did something you are afraid of, and that's courage. And courage, once you do that thing, once you have the courage to do something that you are afraid of, you gain your self-confidence now. Now you have a clear sustained self-confidence, that you don't have the fear the next time you do it. And even if you do, you have a better self-confidence, so you will be less hesitant and more willing to do it. I'll give it one more example to make the idea very clear. Say you are afraid of dogs. You've never raised a dog. You don't like dogs. You think they will hurt you. You just go crazy when you just freak out when you see dogs. And you see a dog with one of your friends, and they scare you. They scare the hell out of you. But your friend tells you to calm down and convince you. Your friend will convince you somehow to not be afraid. You'll definitely stay afraid. And imagine if the dog does not bite you, just comes next to you, smells you, and go back, or maybe play with you. Now, this is the courage to face your fear. So, again, courage is doing something whether you are afraid or not. So once you do something you are afraid of, in this case the dog, you have a better confidence when you meet a dog the next time. These are examples that explain the idea I am talking about, that Dean Graziosi, the awesome, mentioned it. But this idea of courage can be applied in every area of your life. If there is one person in your life you feel inferior to, someone you don't like talking to them because you feel like you're disrespected or you're looked down at, or you just feel uncomfortable because you feel inferior or you feel insecure about talking to this person, but you go talk to them anyway, and you're shaking, right? You're afraid. Maybe their reaction will be different than you thought or expected. Now you say, oh my gosh, I thought it was gonna be like this, but it turns out to be like this. And now your courage allowed you to act even when you are afraid. This is the whole idea of courage. And that courage leads to self-confidence, not the other way around. So changing the story will definitely help, but sometimes the story cannot change if you don't take action. So if there is a theme for this video, it will be this: courage is taking action even when you are terrified of taking that action, and it will lead every time to a better and better self-confidence. This is it. This is the principle, my friend. Easy and simple. Just needs to be applied in everything. And again, simplicity does not mean it happens in a blink of an eye. It's a process. So you might have 100 things and people that you are afraid of. So take it step by step. Slow down on yourself. Love yourself. Accept your fear. Acknowledge it. And try today to do something you are afraid of doing. Alright, I'll leave it here. I don't want to make this video too long for you. I trust this message helps. If it does, I hope you share it with someone you know they will love the video and they will get inspired. Also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button so you can receive all of my videos here on this YouTube channel. Other than that, I love you, peace, and I'll see you soon.